Hello everyone, this is Darson and I'm going to show you a quick tutorial on things for anyone who's brand new to this game. Obviously, there's a tutorial thing that will ask you to play, which is in here. You will get these three options. Click on the beginner, it will show you the basics of RTS, real-time strategy. That's what Starcraft is, and you just click that and play the tutorial and it'll teach you on that. But I'm gonna go a little bit further. Play the campaign, have some fun, play co-op, but we're gonna learn some stuff along the way on the journey. Okay, I mean, as a Terran player, as a master, and the first thing I want to show is it's gonna be over your control panel. So you open up your control panel. You type in the search panel here, keyboard, and click on keyboard. Right here is repeat delay. So basically, if you hold down a key, it will pause for a moment and then it repeats very itself quickly. Well, in StarCraft, we don't want that. So we're gonna tweak this, put it all the way to the right, push apply, and now when you hold down the key, it will repeat instantly rather than delaying a bit. Easy fix for that. So please do that. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is go to this little computer icon here. This is the options screen. Click that, click options. And then graphics can be anything you want it to be, depending on your computer. Medium is usually the most ideal. Mouse sensitivity, whatever you want. If I remember correctly, the reduced lag thing, if you have this unchecked, this goes by your mouse sensitivity on your main computer, so it doesn't affect me, so I never changed it or anything. Gameplay is the most important thing I want to show. These are the defaulted settings. I want you to check show alerts. You can keep the display grid, build grid if you want. I don't, but it's good for if you're new, so I will keep that checked if I was you. Enable the show worker status is show workers. We'll go into that later. Enable simple command card. I will leave that unchecked. You get to see the more of the commands that you can use with your units and stuff. And if you're new, you're not going to know the hotkeys and stuff. So I just leave it unchecked until you're more familiar with it. Then you can check it if you want it. But in reality, and in the end, it doesn't matter for anything. Everything's checked, especially this one right here. This one says enable enemy unit selection, so that if we want to be able to click our enemies' buildings and units and stuff like that. So click that, enable. Fully need that. Okay, next thing over here, the second column is show unit life bars. I have mine set to damage. I used to have it on always, but I like damage because it actually is good when it comes to micro moving your units and stuff. Like if you want to focus fire a unit to kill something, if you need to pull a unit away to in a fight and fight back and stuff, that's good to know. Or repairs or anything like that. It's good to have that. So I like damage, so it's not so cluttery. Control groups, I have it on clickable, so that means that the little control groups that you have on the bottom part of your middle panel, your production panel, I like to call it. You don't accidentally click on them and stuff, but I like to have a visual aid and see them. Okay, show flyer helper. I have that one on always. That's a little line that goes from that airship that's floating to the ground. That's like lets you know where the unit is at from the ground, from the air to the air. So like if you have like a Ravager unit that needs to want to shoot a bio to kill it, it's like a motor. It shoots up and then goes down. So the order to hit it is if to see where it's at from the ground. So that's a must-have right there. Hotkeys. It's whatever you want to be. There's 3 kinds of hotkeys that I know. Is standard, which is what the game gives you. Grid. So you got standard. You got standard for lefties. Grid for lefties. You know, and you know, classic. I don't know what that is, but there you go. And then I got my own. But the thing is that standard is one setup. Grid is like you get to sign your own spots, if you noticed. You know, you get to sign the keys, and it's usually like a MOBA game. That's the best reference that someone made. You know, it's like a MOBA. You can just have it in rows and stuff. You can still customize it in standard and all the other ones. The third one's called core, which is using, I think it's called hyperlinks and stuff like that, using shift and I don't know, using the same key more in different ways. But I don't know how that works. But there's a place to go for that too. I'll look for the link for it and post it down below so you can check that out. But core supposedly is the most efficient way of playing it. A lot of people love it. You know, I don't use it. But if you want to use it, good. More power to you. You know what I mean? So, and grid's also good for, you know, people who play all the different races. You know, because they don't have to, their hand doesn't, you know, have to adjust to anything. I made a few adjustments, so it was comfortable for me. Okay, colors, whatever it is. I always have it in team colors if I play teams. So that way my teammates are always yellow. I like the enemy to always be red so I can see them easily on the mini map and stuff. And then lastly, if you want to talk about latency and stuff, you know, you can pick the server you want to be on. That's best for you. You know, that's better than best match, so that's good to have. And then observer and replay. I always have it on default. Put it on default, and I'll explain why. There's a thing called take command, which is really useful in the future, so please keep it on default. Every time the game gets a new patch, it will set you on to one of these other ones. Just put it on default, you're good to go. And the way how you know is that when you go to a replay, you want to watch it with some other people, there will be a little exclamation mark icon on the top. So when we, like so, you see, so you will get this. So you won't be able to use this feature called take command, which lets you go back into the game of wherever it was left off at. Okay, so that's pretty much it on hotkey setups and settings, I would say. Yeah, there's also other feature called, you know, there's other 2 common, you know, features that people use, like micro tricks, like rapid fire, steal command, that people say. But I'll go over that in a different video. I just want you to go over the basic stuff. That's the basic setups. So I got plenty of time to go over the next step I want to go over. So if you go to versus mode and click on training, you can work on your, you know, basic, you know, macro skills of the game. It will teach you the basic stuff. I might go over a few of them that they might went over already, but please go over this. Okay, so we're gonna go to custom, we're gonna go to arcade, and then we're gonna type in hotkey trainer. We're gonna go for the latest one. We're gonna create lobby. Now, I'm gonna pick, it doesn't matter what race because you get to pick the race in the game. Let's start the game. So, besides learning how to make, like, supply depots and workers and units, yeah, those are really important things. Those are the fundamentals. But also the thing is learn your hotkeys. A lot of players do not know their hotkeys and bronze to gold. And this will give you a leg up on everyone. You'll be a lot faster too once you develop it. You're gonna pick your race, which is down below. I'm picking Terran. And there's your SCV. This is the building they want you to make. This is how many times you were correct, wrong, and reaction time of how fast you built it. So if you look on the bottom right here, in this command car section right here, rather than clicking on the keys to do whatever, we're gonna use our keyboard. So I'm gonna pull up the keyboard, bam. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build it. So the fusion core is in B, which is in the advanced tech tree, and then we're gonna go. See, it's disabled. We can't click on the building if we wanted to. So we are forced to make the building by the hotkey, except for the original command card, because So the basic way I could break this down is that B is the lower basic tech part of the tree. Okay, this is the basic tech tree right here. Basic tech tree. So B for basic. B for advanced. I know you're like, what? But A's letter. Yeah, well, this is just the way how they hotkey things. The basic way how to remember how hotkeys are worded is that it's usually the first letter or two or three, letters of whatever they're doing. So like, move is M, S is stop, H is hold. See, R for repair. Spray, I changed the hotkey to Y, but it probably was like S or something, or I don't know. But B for barracks, S for supply depot, E for engineering bay. But see, like sensor tower is N. Some have some weird letters. But not every. You're not gonna know all your hotkeys. It's good to know most of them. You need to get a good idea what they all are, so you can start, being like this. See, first you can be like, you can do this, like look at your keyboard and get it, but eventually you don't want to look at the keyboard. It's like playing guitar, you don't want to look at your fretting hand all the time, but it's good to look at it once in a while, But you can do this once in a while. You can do this boxing thing that I do, which is boxing, which is click, drag.
Self-destruct in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay. Anyways, but yeah, you can box it and build it if you want to do that. So because I usually box my workers when making stuff. Probably not the most ideal, but there you go. On the right, you got spells, so you can practice using your spells. So, we want this as a fortress. B. You will see no one do that unless it's like, using the core. But when it comes to that, a lot of people will just click on it. I've seen pro players do it. So, just saying, like, you'll just develop your own algorithm or whatever. I don't know if that's the right phrase. But anyways, you'll come up with your own habits and stuff. Some are going to be good habits, some are bad habits. I have a bad habit of using these keys, the arrow keys, to move around, rather than doing this and using location hotkeys, which we'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, you got unit production. You click that and start, do like, I don't know my Widow Mines very well. Hellbat? Which one's the Hellbat? See, I don't know my Hellbat either. Thor, Marine, Cyclone. Oh. Yeah, I don't know some of my hotkeys already. Yeah, I'm bad already. But see, that's what you do. You just practice that. See? Upgrades, same thing. Combat shield. See? Some people don't do that. Some people will just click on it. Like Raven Energy. I tend to click on the Raven Energy. I don't remember the hotkey. But this will give you a leg up on things. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next tutorial. Oh, and don't forget to check out my stream, which is twitch.tv/Darkson. See you!